What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the Hold My Beer Vortex Spectre video right here, guys, on my own Vortex account, because you know what's happening. At least once every week we have to play the Vortex Spectre in a video. It must be done. It's just the most fun bot in the game and I don't think it will ever change. And since the hold my beer thing is becoming such a great meme, I thought, hey man, let's utilize that for our Vortex Spectre. Hold my beer, sir. BAM! This is so awesome, man. I love this machine. It's the best thing I've ever gotten myself onto my own account. Not necessarily because it's the best item I have, but because nothing else on this account makes so much fun as this run right here. And let's be honest, guys, the least amount of you guys are actually playing for kind of leagues or playing for stats or whatever. Why are you guys playing war robots? You want to have fun, isn't it? You just want to have a great time playing robots and destroying other robots and having fun. And that's exactly what this thing does. Look at this guy. He just dropped his resistance. That's like an invitation for the old boom! And there he goes. Oh man, Vortex Spectre, you and me, baby. We're in deep love. It's just the best. Now, I wanted to have some fun with that invader, which, look, by the way, bam. That was an invader. Voop! And that's what he looks like after my hit. Unfortunately, though, I'm getting jumped on by some Orc Spectre. And I couldn't take him out anymore. And I think that the Orc Spectre is probably even gonna get the Invader now, not sure. But I've already got my fair share of kills here in this first round, sending some Vortex at the Ares, who unfortunately just happened to open his shield. And he, by the way, he just got both kills, like, pop, pop. Both of them are his kills, and then that's it. But now that he comes out of the shield, I'm like, hey man, how are you, dude? And let's... Oh, a Quantum Raider against a jumping Inquisitor. That's always good. Bam, bam. However, someone managed to steal the kill. Look at this damage output that I'm bringing in. Boom, boom, boom. Every hit does like 25 or 30% damage to him. And somehow somebody manages to steal the kill between this much damage. Wow, that's a very unlikely thing to happen, and yet it happened anyways. But I don't care. I already have so many kills. I'm running the most fun thing in the game. I'm super happy. Nothing could drain or, you know, drop my good mood right here out of this video. And, yeah. Oh, last stand, I guess. Okay. And the interesting thing is, you probably you probably remember the old video I made. It was on Valley, if I remember correctly, where I said, hey guys, don't ever play the Vortex Spectre in free for all, because you're not gonna enjoy it as much, probably because, you know, enemies will be kill stealing your kills. You will often fire your weapon in vain against a stealth jumper. People will spawn right behind you where you can't really... And yes, that's all still true. But the game has somehow shifted a little bit. For example, a robot like this is usually having an easy time in the game, but with a Quantum Raider, as he lands and you time this well, usually you take him out. And you see, I left one of my Vortex in the lower right corner. I left one of the Vortex in the weapon. Why? Because I expect an Ares or an Chun to have last stand. And when they have last stand, you need this extra rocket launcher after the last stand time to kill them, because your other weapons have a 10-second reload in the meantime, right? So keep that in mind when you're fighting probably last stand players. And it's awesome. In the future we will see last stand. It's not yet in the game right now. However, maybe it's already in the... Whoa! Look at him. He's like, whoa, I see the Vortex coming. I better activate my shield. Ching, too late. And death. Oh man, isn't that fun? That was a full whatever. A full Pantheon robot. Whatever robot it was, we will never know. And we don't need to, because we're playing the Vortex Spectre, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you like this video and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, consider doing this right here, guys. This is not the only video I do with the Vortex Spectre and other robots like this. You're gonna get this repeatedly and continuously on this channel. Along with other things, obviously. Oh, you lost your shield, didn't you? Well, sorry, dude. Godlike. That's right. That's what we're doing here in the Manni Town. We're doing some godlikes. Oh, and this guy? he was pretty busy looking at enemy 5, I think, because he didn't see the death coming from behind. Oh, that's an Ares. 1 rocket sent, shield activated. Okay, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Bye! It's the best. In this case, I needed all 4 of my Vortex, otherwise I wouldn't have killed him. If I had been enough with sending 3, I would have only sent 3, so I can at least keep 1 extra rocket against the possible last stand. But as I said, guys, there's a good chance that the last stand indicator that I suggested to Pixonic while I was at Moscow at their headquarters, and that they really liked. I'm so happy they liked this suggestion, because it's a way to balance the last stand a little bit without actually changing the last stand. It makes it so much more helpful and better to deal with last stand, and without having to go and change the whole thing, right? And basically what the last stand indicator does, it looks like this pretty much, or a little bit similar. No, it looks different, but it will give you an indicator as to where last stand is, for example here, and then you know, aha, A, the guy has last stand, and B, when is it going to activate. And judging by when it activates, it also tells you the level of the last stand, that he has level 5 or 6, and you can guess how long it will be active. That will be so good for me to have on the Vortex Spectre, because I will no longer be sending, you know, 4 rockets at someone who's only going to take like a little bit of health because his last stand was going to trigger immediately, right? So another Ares, and that's one of the things now. The meta of the game has shifted a lot. It's no longer only Spectres and Inquisitors and Mercuries dominating the game with stealth. There's a lot of robots now in the game that dominate the game by having a lot of health, like the Invader or the Fenrir, right? Or robots that dominate the game by having a lot of a shield, an absorber shield, like the Pantheon robots. These robots do not enter a stealth mode, and that means you can aim at them, you can keep them aimed, and you can counter them with your Vortex Spectre extremely well by playing well, right? Which is always, you guys know me, I'm the type of player who prefers setups that work really well the better you do them, right? I'm reading a lot of comments from people saying, where do you need skill? It's a Vortex Spectre, what do you need skill for it? I think it actually requires you to have a lot of skill to avoid the traps, to not send the rocket at the wrong time, to send the rocket in the right angle, countering the movement of your enemy, to, activate Quantum Radar at the right time before the enemy stealth jumps, anticipating jumps. In this case here, doing it too late, but timing it well with the landing, and that's another thing. This wasn't even very well timed, but he was low on HP. If you time the landing for a Raven, for example, perfect, and the rocket comes in at the exact landing moment, you're gonna get a 100% hit, as if the enemy was locked down. Or looking out for lockdowns to then put in your damage really well. Those are like 1,000 things you can do to make the Vortex Spectre more useful. Spreading rockets, keeping 1 for the last stand, all these things. This is just very, very useful tips and techniques that will make your Vortex Spectre life so much more enjoyable. And I think I can say for myself that I have, over the time, kind of perfected the Vortex Spectre a good bunch. I'm not gonna say I'm the best player in the world, but I think I have been getting really good at that Vortex Spectre thing, and because I love it so much and I play it so much. And yeah, so here we go, waiting for this guy to land, time it right, and bop, 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 bop. It's a second strongest robot in the entire game, the Ao Chun. And if you have the Quantum Radar, you can counter this guy relatively well and really hurt him hard when he comes around the corner. I'm hoping that the music isn't too loud. Hold on. And yeah, so there's a lot of ways to make this thing more effective, and in my opinion, the Vortex Spectre does require skill. Of course, you can run it really well without skills, but you can make it so much better with. That's my point. Did you see that, by the way? Wasn't that ridiculous? Look how much damage this guy's getting, okay? Bam, 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 okay? Look at these hits that I do, and let's see who gets the kill with what. Yes, the Calamity enemy 5 with 1 of the Calamity got the kill. Sure, dude, sure. But once again, I'm so highly up here in the ranking that people are having such a hard time to get me here. And in this case, I think I can handle it to lose a few kills here. And I'm just gonna defend my position here from the attacking enemies. In this case, I was surprised by how fast he landed, right? I expected this guy to land on the ground and then have the landing lag. I call it a landing lag. It's when you land, you can't move for like a second or so, and this is the moment when I need the vortex to come in. And in this case, he landed up, which I didn't expect, and then he was able to move immediately, which I didn't expect. Look at this. He landed and he instantly keeps walking. There was no landing lag, not even for a split second there. That would have allowed me to do better damage. That's why he survived the damage or the initial 4 rockets here. We have a Polarbearz Spectre on the other side, okay. Well, I'm really looking forward to that last stand indicator that will help me tremendously using this Vortex Spectre. You know, if you're using a robot with Spark and Scourge or something, you don't care so much about the last stand because you fire continuously at someone. Here, bam, bam, 1 rocket for him, kill, and 2 for him, boom. That was spreading the rockets. Very often, or sometimes, not very often, but sometimes I can even get 2 kills at the same time by spreading the damage right between the multiple different targets. What was I about to say? I don't know, I already forgot like a freaking goldfish. I have a memory span of like a goldfish. I'm already past whatever I wanted to say. It's gone. It's unrecoverably gone. Bye-bye, Nemesis. Gotcha, dude. He was busy firing at something. Why was there the white flash? The white flash, I usually only use the white flash effect between different scenes when... Oh, look at him, look at him! Boom! He felt safe for some weird reason. He should have known that he is by far not safe. This is, by the way, a Hydra Spectre. He's had it with me. He had it with me now. He wants to end my Vortex Spectre, and I stick my back against the wall and walk backwards to avoid... Hey, again with a flash effect. Something is going wrong with my video editing here. I'm only using that flash effect normally when I cut into a different match, so that you guys can differentiate between same match or a next match. Sorry, must have gotten something wrong right there. And boom. I countered the Hydra Spectre right there because he was stealth jumping and I had Quantum Radar. In my opinion, Quantum Radar is a really good thing to have on the Vortex Spectre. The other next thing you could do is lockdown ammo. I've also run the Vortex Spectre with lockdown ammo. He lost his targeting, you've seen right there. I walked underneath him, so he lost his targeting, could no longer kill me. And yeah, the lockdown ammo works well as well. And if you shoot it, the first vortex hits and it locks him down, and the other 3 vortex will be perfect hits. That's really cool too. I may do this again in a live stream sometime soon or something. Here I'm somehow, you know, I'm losing my lock on. I want to jump straight forward and then look at him again. But by jumping straight forward or looking straight forward, I already lost my lock on. And this way, I was not able to send all the rockets above the cover. And that's how I lost. I lost my potential damage here. But the next Vortex Spectre had a fun time again. So yeah, this was the Vortex Spectre, the Hold My Beer Vortex Spectre match, guys. I like that meme, and I had to make a video with you guys right here on this thing. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe, as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for being with me, you guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye bye.